All right, we're going to go ahead and start hooking up some of the wiring here. So we're actually going to wire all the parts together at this point. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the motors onto the motor controllers. So each motor has a motor controller that we're going to need to add on each of them. Notice that I've already taken off the twist ties that were on all the wires to start out with. Okay, so each motor gets a motor controller, including the motor on the claw. Okay. Okay, so all those are put together. Oops. Okay, so all these are put together. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit on the central part, and I'll kind of talk through what exactly I'm putting in. So this is obviously the controller. Okay, so on the this section, I'm going to point with this tool here. On this section are the digital inputs. These are the analog inputs, and these are the motors. They're labeled on the controller, so you shouldn't have any problem. So let's go ahead and we're going to do the motors first. So we have the claw motor is going to go in slot 1. They're very easy to put in. Basically, it's impossible to put them in wrong because of there is a small slot on the left-hand side of these. Fortunately, sometimes it feels like they're impossible to put in correctly as well. So, okay, so there we go in slot 1. Next one goes into slot 2. This is the right-hand motor is going to go into slot 2. I'm just going to push the clip back there. Okay, the next motor is going to go into slot 3. Actually, these look like these are in slot 2, 3, and 4. It looks like slot 1 is kind of inaccessible there, and I'm not sure why that is, but they're in slot 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so our motors are all in there. We're going to go ahead and get the wires a little bit out of our way here as much as we can. Move the claw up just for our own peace of mind there. Okay, so we're going to put in the green LED goes into slot 12. Then our limit switch and our bump switch are both of our other digital inputs. So our bump switch is going to go into slot 2. Okay, and our limit switch is going to go into slot 1. Okay, then our last two inputs are analog inputs, so they're going to be our potentiometer and our line follower. So our line follower goes into slot 1, and our potentiometer goes into slot 2. To tell you the truth, I could have used a little bit more light here. Okay, so there we go. So everything is wired up. Now I've retained all my twist ties, and I can tell you that at this point you're going to want to take your wires and just kind of neaten up your wires here if you're going to be using this for a while. Okay, good luck. Let me just go ahead and zoom back out to make sure that you see kind of the finished product here. Okay, so you can see that kind of the mess of wires there. So I'm going to start neatening those up, and then we'll be ready to finish up.